Thanks for joining today. In the interest of keeping this on schedule, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do my little intro slowly, and a couple people might filter in. Um, but this is second in a series with Greyback, our friends at Greyback, Alicia and Alissa, who've been longtime partners, almost a year long partner with us on wellness driven events. And we really found the success in these micro workshops to do midday as kind of a reset. We just did one about a midday brain dump that was really great. And today we're going to be talking about your home space and dream space. So, um, at the end of the day, sometimes it's hard to shut off work, especially when our workspace is our home. So I think today we're going to go through meditation, some journaling prompts, and then a rest exercise. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to you, Alicia.
Thank you. All right, Meredith, you're going to get all the attention today. So what we're going to start with is a meditation. So I'd ask you to just take 30 seconds and turn off notifications, hide your phone, anything that can help you be a little more present, a little more calm. And Alyssa and I at Greyback always love to set our space by lighting a candle. So anything that you can do with your visual environment to signal rest. Try to do one thing to adjust if it's grabbing a blanket, whatever that is. And then we will go into a visualization meditation. So I'll give you just a little more time. Okay. So now that you're settled, I want you to sit or lie down. And when you're there, close your eyes. Bring your hands, the palm of your hands to your thighs. And just settle in and start to observe your breathing. We're going to take some deep inhales in and out of the nose to try to lower our nervous system and get deep diaphragmatic breaths in. So take a deep breath through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And notice if your belly or your chest is filling up with air, try to have your belly fill up so you can get a really replenishing breath. Take another deep breath in through your nose, belly out. Exhale through your nose. We're going to try 3 more of those and we'll hold the breath a little bit. Take a deep breath through your nose. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your nose. And we'll do 2 on your own for a count of 3. Inhale, hold, inhale. 3, inhale, 3, hold, 3, exhale. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, exhale. 1, 2, 3. And now start to breathe normally. And with your next exhale, try to feel the weight of your body drop. Try to feel really supported by your chair, lying down. Just feel really held. And when you inhale, start to feel lighter, softer. You want to inhale some ease, exhale, feeling held. Inhale that feeling of ease and softness. Exhale, feeling held. Now imagine with your eyes closed, imagine opening your eyes into your favorite space. Whatever comes up for you, it could be a lake, a mountain home, a beach, a garden. What does that space look like? Your ideal space. Are you inside? Are you outside? Notice your surroundings. What does the sun feel like? What is the temperature of the air? Is there a coolness or a heat on your face when you look up? Take it all in. And notice the small details. Are there wildflowers everywhere? Is there a babbling brook? What is in your ideal space? What is that feeling that you have? Try to label it. Now up ahead, you look and you see a dwelling. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you start to walk towards it. And as you approach the dwelling, notice what it looks like. Take it all in. Notice the details. Is it a garden home? Is it a log cabin? What does it look like for you? And as you walk towards the dwelling, notice the temperature of the sun on your face. Notice how your body feels. You feel light and soft without any tension. And as you move closer, your future self opens the door and greets you. Take in her warmth. She's been expecting you. Look at the way that she moves. What do you feel like in her presence? Take in what she looks like, the lines on her face, this future self. Is she 30 years older, 40 years older? What does your future self look like? And what is the feeling that you get around her? How does she carry herself? How is she speaking to you? And now she leads you into her favorite spot, and you settle down for a chat. And you can feel she's really present, just focusing on you, taking in your presence, ready to receive, ready to give advice. And as you sit with her, you want to ask her 3 questions. The first question to your future self, reminding you how old she is. You ask her, what does she remember most about the last 5 years? Listen deeply. What do you remember most about your last 5 years? What have you been doing? How have you been spending your time? How have you been feeling? What do you remember most about the last 5 years? Just listen. And then you ask her, what do I need to do now to get to where you are? Remind yourself of her age and her wisdom. What do I need to know now to get to where you are? What advice does she have for you? What should you start doing more of? What should you stop? What should you do less of? Where should you focus your energy? And your last question to her, you ask her, what will help me live my truth? She gives you advice. What will help me live my truth? Now ask her one more question of your own. What's something you would love her wisdom on? She's ready to share with you. Now it's time to bring your visit to a close, knowing you can come back at any time and she's here for you. Thank her for her kindness, her wisdom, her guidance. And as you get up to leave, notice the feeling that you have around her, her kindness, her compassion. Notice what she looks like. And she walks you to the door to bid you farewell. She grabs your hand and you walk out. And as you walk out, observe your surroundings once again as you walk into the light and back into your ideal space. Take it all in. And try to commit to yourself one thing that you can start to do now to help you get to where she is. Is it a feeling you want to embody, a practice you want to start? And you slowly walk away from the space and come back. And with your eyes closed, wiggle your fingers and toes, bring your shoulders up and down. Take a couple deep breaths in and come back. Open your eyes. All right. So what we're going to do, Meredith, is just take 3 minutes and journal. Just free flow. So if you can grab a pen, piece of paper, we'll put on some music, and we have a couple questions we want you to share your thoughts on, and I'll put them on the screen. And we'll time it for 2 minutes. So the first one, what is one ritual or practice for you that you want to do more of? Write an idea down. Remember, it's for you. Another question, what's one way you can show yourself love today? One simple, small way. And lastly, what's a compliment you can give yourself today? All right. So, Meredith, we want to talk a little bit about your home space, and all of the ideation kind of goes into this. So your home space, how Greyback thinks about your home space, it's less of your physical surroundings and more about reminding you that you are your home and you are the space that you need to take care of, just like you take care of everything externally. And so Alyssa's going to walk us through 2 ways that you can take care of your home space as you think about transitioning from your workday to after work, kind of how you want to show up in your home space so you can be all the things to everyone and everything. But it really starts with 2 things to start to practice.
before we kind of jump in there too, we just have Meredith on. Meredith, and you want to share if anything came up for you or anything you want us to know, you can drop in the chat too if you don't want to share on audio, but if you'd like
Oh,
to. Hi.
yeah. You're asking me,
Anything that came up for you, like during the journaling or meditation, that you wanted to share that kind of like got you into, the 25 minutes that you provided for yourself to maybe not work or whatever your day is like, because everyone's is different.
um, well, my space was underwater, which might like surprise you, but I guess I guess if I could do something, I guess it'd be nice to swim more, but
Okay, that's cool.
um, I don't know that I say that, but it's cold and it's hard to get to the aquatic park. It's hard. Scuba diving and swimming in the ocean is like I wouldn't call it necessarily a ritual. I don't want to say I want to do that as a ritual because then I'll just be like disappointed.
But that's really interesting. So water is
Hmm.
something that brings you calmingness, and so how you can provide yourself more of that in the day, right? If it's like a
Or even in the cleansing, Alicia, like Alicia and I were talking
yeah,
about this last night too, Meredith. And I don't know if you ever do this, but like we usually reserve showers and baths and everything for morning or night. But if you're even like craving water, like a space, I don't know if you have a bath or one that you'd want to use, but even just a shower in the evening and something that you can do also, because I'm a huge into water too. Like if I could go jump in the ocean every morning, I would. I wish it was a little warmer today, but being able to really cleanse yourself. And so even the act of like, they really talk about like the act of like even like cleansing yourself, like if you're washing your face in the morning, putting cold water on or transitioning into the evening, but just thinking about like the water kind of washing over you and like cleansing away the day or whatever it might be. So I love that your space was in water. I think that's like subliminally telling you, sending you messages around potentially like rituals that incorporate water.
Yeah, I like that. I can wash my feet before bed.
yeah. Well,
Cold.
it goes into so like the two steps that were helping you to transition. You can think about them for water. Or let's go through like the cleanse part. I think she can use water for that one.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So either it can be like even just cleansing, like Alicia was talking about, really just like the internal space within, right? And then resting for 3 minutes. So something that I don't take the opportunity to do, and I know Alicia too, is just to be able to like take time. I think a lot of it is depends on your life, but she's a mom, I'm not, but like there's a lot of people that are constantly in my life, so it's also nice to be able to have just a few minutes to yourself and really just, even if it's like your favorite song for 3 minutes, if you're laying down for 3 minutes, just finding that time to like just be alone, and not judge yourself. I know 3 minutes doesn't seem long, but when you're sitting there and you put the timer on, it definitely changes the game of what 3 minutes is. But also just recognizing too, like to no judgment. Because I think that's a hard one for me, is to not just do a to-do list for the 3 minutes that I'm trying
Sure.
to rest.
Yeah.
Are you big into self-care at home or rituals, Meredith? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it,
funny.
yeah,
You'll probably like hearing this, but I remember you in a previous Greyback thing. You had said that you considered like your skincare
yeah,
and to be something that was like self care for you. And I was like, oh, and I've really stepped up my skincare game.
yeah.
And I got a gua sha.
Oh,
And I booked an appointment with somebody that it turns out she was in Rhode Island. It was like, but so I went to like great lengths to figure out how to do it in San Francisco, and finally I got the expensive black one.
oh yeah,
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah.
So yeah, and I live by myself, and I'm right currently unemployed, so today I did yoga and Pilates and I meditated already. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
good.
I'm pretty and I cooked a nice breakfast and salad.
Cool.
I'm pretty I don't have children. I don't have my life's pretty. I have a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you did the gua sha. So we're actually doing Ageless Ashley. That's she's my really good friend, but her name's Ashley. And she's in Los Angeles. She's actually starting a podcast called Good Skincare. And it's just to like chat with like us and just different people just about like what they're doing, like real life, right? Right. Not aspirational necessarily. But we're doing a social club in a month with her. We're all doing gua sha. So you should definitely come.
Definitely. Is that via the battery or?
It is. We'll facilitate it through or actually send the links through the battery too. So I'm sure you'll get it that way, but you'll get an email too if you're on our email list.
Yeah, I think I should be. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I love the cleansing part. So for you, Meredith, maybe when you're, even if it's, like your work day is a little different right now, but whenever you need an energetic change or you're in a, weird way,
Yeah.
cleansing for you is literally putting water on your face.
Yeah.
Face spray. Have you ever tried facial mist? I mean, something like that. But I think putting the facial.
Yeah, like Avion.
Yeah.
That's the perfect one, or like the rose water on Amazon is perfect from
Yeah.
Heritage or whatever. It's like pretty inexpensive for a large bottle. And then I know that you had I feel like you did so many cool wellness stuff today that I'm like, I don't know. Do you want to do the last thing? Because
Sure.
Alicia and I, we have this, we really like the 30-minute reserving it because we don't want you to just tell you what to do in 30 minutes. We want you to actually take some time in doing it. So hopefully you're enjoying it, but we'll just jump into it. Not really. Alicia, would you want to explain the thing? Because you've done this, we do this.
Sure.
Everyone's stressed out. I do this.
Yeah, we're gonna do it for 1 minute. And so Meredith, what we'll do is, you're a yogi. You're gonna put your feet up the wall. Have you done that before?
No.
So you lay down on the ground on your back and then put your feet up on the wall. So you're like an L. I wish I had that picture to show, Alyssa. But
You're in a 90-degree angle. So you're like leaning against the wall, your legs are against the wall, and then this would be your legs and your back would be on the ground. So you're just an L shaped.
Yeah.
And by elevating your legs up, and then if you can, well, I'm gonna put on some music and we'll end at 12:30.
Yeah. We'll just do it.
Yep. But this is also a good spot too. I found that really helps if you're like stressed out, even if you just take a couple minutes to lay on the floor. It's a lot of laying on the floor for me last year. So
Okay.
Still happening. All right, so let's do it. So let's put on some music and Meredith, get comfortable and we'll time it for a minute and then we'll move our day. And we'll do it with you. Colleen, if you have space over there at the battery, you can join.
Maybe I'll try to find the wall.
All right, I'm going to start the timer. And go. Try to see if you can release any tension out of your legs. The more you practice, the more you'll start to feel tingling throughout your legs. All right, take a couple of deep breaths and get yourself out of the position and come back. Thank you so much, Meredith. This was so fun, and definitely add your email to the list so we can gua sha.
Yeah, glad I got the individual treatment.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. We're going to post this too, so I'll send a follow-up. And so hopefully the other people who RSVP'd that couldn't make it can do this at home and enjoy it. Thank you, girls, as always. Have a
Yep.
nice little
course.
break.
Thank you, Colleen. Bye, Meredith.
Bye. Have a good
Bye,
one.
Meredith.
You too. Bye, Colleen.
Bye, Colleen.
Bye.